Foxy bitches. That's my contribution. Just getting some energy out before we start. Wait, did you hit? Oh God, you're already. Oh fuck it.
Hello, everybody.
Didn't know you pressed record.
oh, I'm a cheeky little snake. Try not to cuss before that minute mark. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Yu Yu Hakusho arc review recap tism thing that I decided to start. And as always, I'm your world champion, the champion of champions, the champion of drinking a beer when it's like 3:00 in the afternoon because fuck it. And join with me today is the man who loves Foxy and the Foxy Pirates and has memorabilia of Foxy and the Foxy Pirates, including a body pillow of Foxy. TrevorTiger, how you doing today?
So I want everyone to let's play a game, everyone. Out of the 4 things that Whawkins here has stated about the Foxy Pirates, 2 statements are true. 2 statements are horrifically false. Let's see who can guess what are the statements. Other than that, I'm doing good. I'm busy hugging my. What's a piece of memorabilia I could hug? Oh, this Harry Potter wrapping paper. I could hug that instead of a body pillow that doesn't fucking exist.
So the day that this is recording, I actually recorded a Harry Potter themed video for a video series that I'm doing this month.
Voldemort was right all along.
But no, if it seems like we're a little like down of energy and down of life, well, that's because we watched this round 2? Yeah, round 2 of the Dark Tournament, the Dr. Ichigaki team, and
to add to the contribution, it's not just because of that. This is really the one sore spot of the series for me.
Yeah,
and I wish I was in higher spirits, but I'm also working on my critique of One Piece Stampede. It's gonna be great. I'm sure that everyone will just love the message and not get confused with the objective analysis that I will be critiquing it with. Yeah, it's gonna be 28 minutes and the film's a fucking disaster.
Objectively, of course.
Yes, objectively. Subjectively, I still fucking love it.
Yep.
Objectively, it's oh my fucking god.
Yep.
So if I sound really tired, it's just because I've been spending a very long time just trying to list down what's wrong with the film with every 20 seconds. So I do apologize if I sound more dead than usual.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't help that we had to watch this fight, which unfortunately is one of the many times where an anime doesn't exactly adapt its source material well enough.
Yeah. Trevor was telling me before I pressed the record button, he looked at the apparently 4 chapters that were based off these, like the source material for these 4 episodes we watched.
Yeah, and it's just like 4 chapters. And we only watched 4 episodes. So you may be thinking, wait a second, 4 episodes, 4 chapters? That sounds pretty good. Well, the pattern of which the anime takes with its big old fight scene is, oh my fucking god, it's very unbalanced.
Yeah, it is. But let's dive in. You guys know how it works. We're going to start with 5 things that I didn't like in the arc. We'll move on to 5 things that I did like. Some of these things kind of tie into each other, so I'll probably just say, hey, we're just going to... This is just one aspect of it. The other aspect will come later. But without further ado, 5 things I like, 5 things I didn't like. Here's some shit I didn't like. These guys. So the only thing I'm going to say here, because I like to start this off with a meme, because this is that instance where it's just like, we'll talk about the rest of this later. Their names are the Spirit Warriors.
Yeah, boy.
The fucking Spirit Warriors.
So, I have a very fun fact for you.
Ooh, do tell.
So, the anime, when they adapted this,
Mhm.
they did their goddamn bestest to flesh out these characters. Cause here's the thing: the character Rugby that
Mhm.
appears to attack Yusuke doesn't exist in the manga. The big black guy, he doesn't exist in the manga.
So wait, that whole attack that happens that they try to do on Yusuke doesn't happen?
It never happens in the manga.
Oh,
Yeah, quite
interesting.
literally, it's the second round, or I'm sorry, it's like the first round starts, and you don't get a scene of Yusuke being ambushed. Instead, it's Yusuke talking to Kuwabara,
Mhm.
and remind me to. I'm gonna type it in the private chat here
Mhm.
real quick, so I do not forget it. But it depends on if you bring it up later. But anyway, so the ambush never happened. And it's quite literally Yusuke talking to Kuwabara about how he's out of energy. And then they go to the stadium and Togoro is there. And he just slaughters all the spirit warriors in the single chapter. But the big black guy, he's replaced by a generic looking demon. So I
Yeah.
applaud the anime adaptation for actually trying
Mhm.
to flesh something out just a little bit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, see, I could believe that Rugby was just a filler character because I mean he's a demon based off of Rugby,
that
and
likes
his name is Rugby.
makes no sense.
Yeah, so that I can more believe that that was filler than the whole instance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But, anyways, I just want to make fun of their name because it's stupid.
yeah.
Because
I thought their fight was actually pretty good. I
it was
liked it.
fun. Yeah, but we'll talk about their fight later on.
Ah, good,
Yes.
good.
But the next thing I want to talk about is this fuckface.
Ah, the ingenious character of Doctor
Yes.
Ichigaki.
Yes. Oh, this little troll imp fuckface. I hate
Yeah,
him.
he is pretty much what if you took the the psychopath out of Frieza
Mhm.
and then it made love to an imp. And then 9 months later, a beautiful troll was created, and that's Dr. Ichigaki. He has like no morality, no assembly. He's quite literally the evil scientist trope amped up to the highest degree.
Yeah. And he has this thing with numbers and percentages. So like before the round starts, there's like what? It's like a 95% chance of his team
Oh,
winning.
it was if it was one-on-one fights, then it would be
Mhm.
95. But when
Yeah.
Genkai, oh, I'm sorry.
The masked
I
fighter.
yeah, I'm sorry. I just look at it and it looks like Genkai. I'm sorry. The masked
I know.
fighter, pardon me. The masked fighter is like, oh, let's just fight all at once, and then the chance of success is 99.95%. Awesome, I
Yeah.
win.
And then somehow
So
later on, he's able to calculate when Yusuke gets his power up. He's able to calculate that into it, and it drops it down to like 52%.
yeah, I thought that was actually a pretty cool touch because
Yeah.
I don't. I think the anime doesn't exactly explain it well enough. And man, I'm gonna bring this card in a lot. But with the manga, it's like you can calculate speed and strength, but the human spirit is unpredictable. And
Mm-hmm.
Ichigaki, that's why he wants. He only went in this tournament to get Yusuke because the a really interesting piece of lore is that humans innately have more spirit energy than demons. It's just that they don't know how to use it.
Yeah, and we actually like that. That's actually one good thing from him, at least, is that we get that explanation of that because that's what he's talking about. The three fighters that he has and how he was able to like strip what well quote unquote strip them of their human decency and emotions and shit, and basically make them into fighting soldiers,
Yeah,
like the
and
ultimate fighting soldier.
and it's perfect justification for when a certain human will appear later on in the series, and he is as strong as he is.
Oh yes.
So yeah, that piece of detail is like I could easily see someone be like, "Why are the humans so strong? Fucking Shonen Jump bullshit." It's like, no, it's explained in universe. Humans are innately more powerful, but they just have no fucking idea how to do this shit.
Yeah, and like that's honestly one of the best things I like, especially about this series. And there are some series today that do this fairly well, but it's the fact that there are reasons behind these random power-ups or like things happening.
Yeah.
You know, you may not like it, and trust me, I am a huge proponent of even if you explain it, doesn't mean I like it, but it's on the way that it's written. And I mean, we can praise Tagashi all day for how he writes stories and keep tugging on that dick, but yeah, I mean, but I still hate this bastard. And then he tries to be like, well, fuck the tournament. I'm going to get you. You think I was just experimenting on other people? Ha, I save enough for me. And turns into Garlic Jr. 2.0.
It's cathartic as hell.
It is. When Yusuke, to be honest, I actually just watched the episode where he's just like, those three were for those three, and this one's for Hiei and Kurama, and this one's for Kuwabara for getting his ass kicked. And Kuwabara's just like, thanks for the shout out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is cathartic, but he just does nothing for me.
So I have a quick question for you. Would you rather Yusuke pummel him, or would you rather just have Ichigaki knocked out with one blow?
Either one I would have been fine with, to be honest.
Okay, because that's surprisingly what the manga did. It's just like Ichigaki transforms, lunges, Yusuke kills him with one blow. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I guess I'll say this then. This is a moment where the anime adds more and does kind of add to the story.
Exactly. Good on your adaptation.
Unlike other series that have, a one-hit knockout, and then the anime is just like, nah, we'll expand that. Kaido. Luffy, what?
That fight is a fucking disaster of writing.
But do you have anything else with this troll thing?
Here's the weird thing. It's like he says a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And he talks a lot. And he is pure evil. But it's like, it's weird because he's so stereotypical. He's both like fun to listen to, but you're so done with him because it's like his whole shtick gets old real fast.
Yeah, like he's fun when he first starts, and then by the third episode, I'm just like, okay, just shut up, just zip it, go away. Which he's generic scientist. Generic mad scientist, and I hate using that word for Yu Yu Hakusho, but I don't know.
Not everyone is a Togoro.
Exactly, and this is fine. Like, this is one of those like palate cleansers. Like, okay, we need this shit in order to get our Togoros or our future villains that we'll talk about. Which brings me to my next point of these three fucks.
So you didn't like them, eh?
No.
Wait, I did not. Hold on.
I did not.
What do you have against these brilliant characters who are named Angel Blade, Grizzly Claw, and Invisible Blade? What do you have against these three characters' names, huh?
Well, first off, they use the same attacks the whole time. Yeah. For 3 episodes straight. It's one thing for Goku to be, spamming Kamehameha waves, or for Naruto to spam the Rasengan. That's fine. Here's the difference though. They at least use it in certain moments and not all the fucking time.
Yeah, it was. These guys. Yeah, guys, this was a bad fight.
There was no choreography at all. And that's the thing. You would think so the fight is, it turns out, instead of 1-on-1, it's this 3-on-3 free for all. Awesome. That on paper, that looks great. You know, Yusuke, Kuwabara, and the masked fighter against these three bozos. Great, awesome. Can't wait to see what happens. You know, we'll see some great teamwork and all that. No, just a bunch of quote unquote invisible attacks. The masked fighter dodging everything and forcibly making Kuwabara and Yusuke dodge everything by kicking them away.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's like no semblance of like, it's one of those fights that you can't tell what's going on, but it's the same shit every time.
Yeah.
Angel Blade. Oh shit, here it comes. Grizzly Claw. Let's dodge. I can't see shit. Get hit by the invisible blade.
Yep. And like it leads up to, you know, Yusuke when he gets his, you know, power up and all that, being able to see the attacks. And that's great and all. And
would you like a fun fact? Oh, sorry.
No, tell me the fun fact before I continue on this generic of genericness.
Well, it actually helps your case because the guy with the invisible blade.
Oh, the purple dude?
Yeah, in the manga,
no.
that attack doesn't have a name. He doesn't talk once. It's the most hilarious shit. So if I could find like an English sub version, like, or just find the Japanese dub, I want to see if the actor said anything for that role, or if this was entirely on the dub. Just put in, we need to put something in invisible slash. Yeah, that'll work. Woo.
You know what? I'm gonna do this live. I'm doing this live because I still have the Blu-ray up. Everybody, you're witnessing history here. Oh wait, no, that's discount. Yeah, no, we're doing this live, so entertain the audience for like 2 seconds.
All right, so everyone, let me regale you with a tale. Many years ago, Oda got drunk and he made a bet with a friend saying, "Hey, what's the most worthless character that you think I could make?" And his friend was like, "I don't fucking know, dude. Why don't you make someone a fish?" And then Oda's just like, "I don't know." And then the waitress comes in and she brings 2 plates of Odin. And then light bulbs flicker over.
Sorry, I had to mute him because of slander.
So anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted here.
All right.
I cease. You can't.
Cease and desist. I will be like Disney and send you Nintendo and send you a cease and desist order.
The message that Odin sucks. # free Nami.
Free Nami? What?
Free Robin from the tournament ban.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Robin. Okay. So everybody, since we're doing this live, I need to change the audio to Japanese.
I can hear Kuwabara in the back.
Good. All right, it's at 1.5 speed, 10 speed. Yes, I am vamping for time right now because trust me.
Think of all the delicious.
We're gonna need this for this. All right. He's getting the invisible blade. All right, this is where they're attacking Kuwabara. All right. There's Yusuke.
That is a deep voice I'm hearing.
It is. That was Kuwabara.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Come on. Attack him. We're doing this live, everybody. Okay, I heard a hair. Okay, so he just did a hair there.
Wow, so it's no attack name.
Hold on. But I'm going back with the English now. Just to check. All right, we're checking, everybody. Okay, no, never mind. He was just doing. Okay, I'll look at it later. I'll edit this shit out. Edit the bit out, everybody.
I'll fucking laugh if that was really the case. If like the dub added that,
I would actually be hilarious. But not only so. Okay, not only do they just use the same attacks over and 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 over again. Let's talk about their little backstory.
Oh, we're gonna insult that shit, huh?
Oh, I am going to insult this shit. They are
Really?
gullible as fuck.
No.
No. Okay.
I debated you on the fucking hotel last episode. You know I could do this too.
The hotel thing was a joke. But this one. So your master, who was basically your daddy, if you will, is lying there dying. And all of a sudden, a little imp guy with wrinkles and like just obviously looks evil. Just stumbles across and says, "Oh, I can heal your master, no problem. I just need you, and you for some wonderful experiments, and I can heal your master."
Well,
You're really gonna fall for that?
I can defend it.
Try.
Well, first off, look at Grizzly Claw on the right. You really think I think they learned to not judge books by their cover, because the guy on the right looks evil as fuck. Second of all,
He looked fine in their flashback, but continue.
So like these students of this master who's dying of some unknown disease, they're all really sad, and unfortunately they're all really desperate. So I can imagine that maybe they don't really have, that bottom line is they are very desperate. And as you hear Ichigaki taunt about how he controls them, how he controls the students, like, oh, it's like things in the blood, and it's for research purposes. One could put two and two together. It's like, oh, maybe through this blood research, you'll save our master. We will do anything. Like, this is quite literally a deal with the devil type shit. So I don't really have much of a problem with this one.
I do. Fuck that bullshit. I'm not gonna have some little imp come in and be like, "Oh, I can save that person. Just let me experiment on your body." No, get the fuck out of here, dude. In fact, and then I would kick him in his face and tell him to get the fuck out. I think the worst part of all this is it doesn't show them like each looking at each other being like, "Oh, what should we do?" No, the little one here, what, Angel Blades or whatever the fuck, this little shit is just like, "We'll do it." And everyone else is just like, "Okay, sure. We'll listen to Tiny over there."
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Again, they're desperate.
They're gullible as fuck. And I hate it. I don't like it. I just did not like it. Because it's just that typical generic story that's being told. Person dying, desperation. Here's a deal with the devil, like you were saying. Like, do that. Oh, looks like you're a monster now. And oh, turns out at the end of it all, your person was fine and dandy. And, Kurama was able to heal him no problem.
Are you about to knock our wonderful fox boy?
Oh, no. I'm not going to knock. I'm not knocking Kurama at all. I'm glad Kurama was just like, yeah, no, I was easily able, mind you, to cure him. Not only that, but Doctor, I did find some nice poisons on this island. If you want to try one out,
yeah, Kurama's the fucking MVP. Yeah, well, here's the thing. It's like it sounds like you're about to say like, oh, it was so easy to find a cure. It was fucking demon poison after all.
Oh,
so
no, I'm not. I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay.
That was just part of the bit. But like I said earlier, the whole time I'm watching this, I was thinking of the next round. Because I'm like, the story. My biggest problem with this, and we'll get to it soon. Actually, no, I'll just save it for when we get to that. But
We'll agree to disagree on this one.
Guess you hater monger.
How am I the hater? You're the one literally saying, those dumb fucks, they don't know what they're doing. Those dumb
fucks, I'm gonna experiment on them.
Man, these gullible cunts, man, they're gonna get what's coming to them. Fuck that old master, yeah.
Oh, hey, here's the fourth thing I hated. Or
how do you hate the robot?
I didn't like it.
How do you not like the robot? I'm curious this time. I'm very curious.
Because it's the same thing we've seen over and over again in series. Oh, it has an unbreakable armor. Nothing else can break it except itself.
Okay.
I was bored by it.
What?
I was bored by it.
How are you? No. Okay, well, I know that. Okay, it's the ultimate like form of subjectivity because anyone can say they're bored. Yeah. So it's not that I can't argue against that. I kind of want to hear the reasoning because when the robot emerges and like Hiei, who is still the strongest member, he can't do shit against it. It's like, oh no. But then Kurama figures out I'm going to redirect its stretchy arms onto itself, and that's how I'll chip the armor away. Yeah. And then it's like, all right, good. I broke the armor. Oh, wait, that thing's still active. Oh, no, I appear to have been killed. But guess again, I have my rose whip, and I can control it. It's like he literally takes every strength the robot had and turned it on and against itself. And it was, man, that's a good Kurama moment. Just saying.
And that's a fine Kurama moment. Yeah, it's just... I was just subjectively, I was bored by this because
I was shocked.
I don't know, just
didn't click.
It didn't. And even when I first watched it, like years ago, it didn't click then because I'm just like, okay, because you know how they're gonna beat it. You know exactly how they're gonna beat it, or at least damage it to a point where they can beat it.
Well. You know? One could argue that even if you know how it's like, oh, its only weakness is itself, the fun part is figuring out like, okay, how? And then that's when Kurama steps in because a really nice feature that you find in this round is like, Hiei can't be that beaten. And then when the robot attacks and Hiei instinctively lands on his arm, his broken arm for the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, you see him writhe in pain. The screen turns different colors, and you just hear like it's like, oh, yep, I felt that. Yeah, so he is out of the fight. Fuck.
And I get that's one of the like the story being told with the robot is fine. I just don't like the robot itself. Like the concept of it. If that makes... It's a weird amoeba way of thinking, but it's just how I feel.
Actually, do you know what... Actually, I'm going to find out what the name of this creature is. Gatasubal. That's it. You might appreciate the anime look more than the manga.
You mean the manga look more than the anime?
No, you're gonna like this look more than the anime one. I'll try to find it. We will continue on with the show. I should be able to find it easy enough.
Okay. Well, I mean, the last point is basically the point I'm trying to head home with this story. This story that's being told is very generic. We have a generic villain in Dr. Ichigaki. We have a generic story being told of, oh, we wanted to save our master and we made a deal with the devil, blah, blah, blah. Had the generic, oh, I am a spear that can go through anything, and I'm a shield that can block through anything. Nothing can hurt me except myself. For me, this, and I hate saying this about Yu Yu Hakusho because I love it. I love the series. But just like what you were saying, this is like the one of the very few blemishes of the series. And for me, it's just generic as all hell.
What's interesting is that, like, the anime adaptation isn't very good. By the way, yeah, that's what it looks like in the manga. Look how fucking derpy it is.
Oh god. Oh god.
It's so fucking silly. But yeah, it's weird because again, the manga of this had only 4 chapters dedicated to this whole thing, and we had 4 episodes. But the pacing of the manga is very different from how the anime treats this fight. And like we mentioned, it's just nothing but like the same attacks, the same choreography, the same shit for like what 2 to 3 episodes. Yeah. And it's like it's a drag. Like, man, you could honestly wrap this up in 2 episodes.
Honestly, yeah. This should have been like a 2-episode thing.
Yeah.
Actually 3 episodes, because the episode before this was like, our downtime and all that.
Oh, I was just talking about the fight itself. The first episode of our 4 was just leading up and Toguro destroying the Spirit Warriors, which I'm pretty sure is on here. But
the one thing I will say is, I think the one good thing I'll say about this is, even though the story is generic, there's little. It doesn't. What it does is, because since the story is so generic, it actually is able to highlight some of the other aspects from the past round. So like some of the after effects of the last round, I should say. Like, it does a good way of emphasizing those with such a generic story being told, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which we'll actually get to with things I liked in this arc. So, the first thing I really liked in this arc is the fact that Yusuke can't use his spirit gun and Hiei is crippled.
Yeah, they got fucked over. So apparently the anime, the anime said that Yusuke can't access his spirit energy because of his emotional state, which is weird because Yusuke was genuinely happy when he was fighting Chu. So it's kind of weird that he was just out of energy. And it kind of ties into the end of this, where after Kuwabara takes the final hit so that the possessed warriors could be free again, Yusuke is like, he's understandably pissed, and that's how he gets his energy back, and it skyrockets. Apparently in the manga, and I'm sorry if I keep mentioning this, if I'm a broken record, but there's only because I read it yesterday just to prepare for this one. Yeah. And it turns out that the reason Yusuke is canonically out of energy is because he used that double spirit gun technique on Chu. That's not a beginner's move. It was a desperate move. So his body, it's like it took its toll on him because of that. So that's why. But the secret of his the secret of his strength is still there. It's anger. Anger breaks down that emotional wall of his to allow more power to open up. But until that time, Yusuke is quite literally just exhausted spiritually.
See, that makes a lot more sense than because I understand the emotional walls and all that shit, but just like what you said, he genuinely enjoyed himself fighting Chu. So why would his emotional walls be up after that?
Yeah, it felt very odd, but good on you. Very odd. Good on you, source material. You do you.
And then we see Hiei too. He is in ungodly pain because of using the Dragon of the Darkness flame.
Yeah, every time we see him, he's just in fuck, damn it, shit.
Yeah. And I actually do like the throwaway line. So back to the fight with the twins and the robot. He uses his left hand for his sword, and he's just like, "See, Kurama, that's me with my left hand."
Yeah, then Kurama just retorts, "It's like, oh, pity, I used my right arm.
I guess I'll use my left one next time."
Yeah, to make it more balanced.
Yeah. Just like, damn, dude. Okay. I like continuity like that.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's what ties it all together. Yeah. That's why 9 out of 10 dentists recommend Yu Yu Hakusho.
Exactly. The one can just, die.
Yeah. The one is a One Piece 11 out of 10 stan.
Oh God. It's okay to criticize One Piece. It's fine. Anyways, with that point being, so I just like continuity like this, and it's like having these moments being emphasized in, and just like what I just said with the whole generic storytelling thing. Like it's more emphasized that shit happened from that first round, like, and these are the repercussions of it all.
Yeah, which ultimately ties into the round after this.
Yeah, which
we'll get there.
Oh, well, one day. But yeah, I mean, I just like continuity.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a fun thing. The spirit egg returns.
Yeah.
The spirit egg. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if you remember from way back when, the concept of the spirit egg, where it could hatch into a monster that could munch on Yusuke, it feeds off of his like positive energy, is how I'll put it. Like if he does good thing. It's basically a karma egg if you think about it.
Yeah. I got nothing to really add there. It's a nice concept. The fact that he's bringing it back is cool. It's like, you're going to get even more of a boost because Lord knows you're going to need as much power as you can get.
Yep. Oh, and it's also Yusuke's first time seeing adult Koenma.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's all like, wow, wait, the junior on the forehead, the pacifier, you must be Koenma's older brother.
Yeah.
No, it's Koenma, all right.
I am Koenma. I'm very cool.
I'm a hip teenager.
Yep.
Oh, but yeah, I like the concept of it and it coming back. Like it was apparently like when Yusuke used it in the fight. Like this is another thing where it gets explained of what happens, and it's actually a good explanation. When Yusuke threw it into the fire to save Keiko, it was actually just the spirit energy. And the egg itself was actually like with Koenma the whole time. And it was feeding off of all of Yusuke's good deeds. So like all his spirit detective work. And lo and behold, after we also get a time period of how long it's been. So it's been roughly a year. Yeah. So yeah, the egg's about to hatch after a year. And we're gonna see Yusuke's spirit beast eventually. Soon. I can't wait for that.
It's leading up to my favorite fucking Yusuke moment.
Oh yes. Ugh. Oh, but we'll get there. Anyways, Yusuke's egg returns. Cool, neat, awesome. Next.
Your boy got fucked. That's
boy.
why 9 out of 10 masochists recommend Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, it's true. No, like okay. So yes, he gets fucked up. But this is a more palatable version and a much better version than the first round. So
why? I think there needed to be more yo-yos.
Oh my gosh. Fuck those yo-yos. Fuck that yo-yo kid, piece of shit. He's the Ray Penber of the Dark Tournament. How
fucking dare you bring Ray Penber into this shit? Don't do that. No. You and I both know that the series should never be touched by CBR's slimy, grimy, cunty fingers, if they even have fingers.
The sad part is it already has been touched by them.
Nope, not in my head canon.
Not in my head canon. But yeah, okay, so I will explain this then, I guess. So we start this round of episodes and tournaments of the second round of the tournament with Kuwabara waking up from a horrible nightmare. And he explains it. Turns out it's actually the backstory for Dr. Ichigaki's team. And so Kuwabara knows everything that happens. And he doesn't like know right away. Like he recognizes the fighters when they get into the ring. He's just like, well, Urameshi, I recognize these guys. They were from my nightmare last night. But he starts piecing it all together. And he finally like understands what what's going on. And so, in order for them to stop being bad, he just kind of throws himself at them. Like, I'm not fighting you back. You do what you want with me. Get all your anger out. And whatever happens, happens. And yeah, he gets fucked up pretty bad. But this is within his character to do this, to throw himself for others, and in order to help people like this. And that's why Kuwabara, you're the top man. You're good. You're all right. Yeah, just also it leads to them finding out, like them continuously saying kill. At least this was in the anime. Them continuously saying kill, kill, kill. After they knock Kuwabara out, they start crying. And like Yusuke and the masked fighter see all this, and they end up saying kill us as a way for them to die, because they want to die because of all the horrible shit that they can do. And apparently the thing that's like making them do all this shit, like being puppets and all that, apparently if you remove it, they die anyways.
Yeah. It's going to take like one of the great 5 spirit tricks to free them from that contraption.
If only Yusuke finished his training with Genkai.
Oh man, too bad Genkai's dead, unfortunately.
I know, right? God rest her old soul. But yeah,
we only have the masked fighter, god damn it.
But anything you want to add about Kuwabara's sacrifice?
In character, I think I said it before, and or if not, I'll just say it here. Since we're in a One Piece mood, Kuwabara is a perfect version of Sanji if he was never tainted by the corruption of a time skip.
Yeah.
A character that acts in character, but it's never downgraded. He's never a gag for the hell of it. Even if he's being made fun of, you fucking know that he's just going to bounce right back. Mm-hmm. He's not restrained by the gag. He is not restrained by being the weakest. Kuwabara is just fucking Kuwabara.
Yeah, this is within the good aspects of the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He is never tainted.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the masked fighter. Because the masked fighter is a hot pink-haired girl with brown eyes.
Oh my god. Who
you said it was Genkai.
I don't know. Maybe it's Crystal from the hit video game Star Fox Adventures.
She kind of looks like Rebecca from One Piece.
Ew. Oh god, now you're just making me think of the masked fighter with giant bazooka dukes.
I mean,
no. Can you imagine how terribly off balance that would be for her? Good god.
Extremely off balance. But yeah, why don't you take the masked fighter away? Like, because we get her reveal, quote unquote, here.
Yeah, so the masked fighter really has her time in the sun, quite figuratively and literally. So during this entire match, you notice that Yusuke and Kuwabara, they can't do fucking shit because they can only see the angel blades, but they can't see the grizzly claw, which I don't know why you have so much trouble dodging that. It's just a hand thrust of spirit energy. I don't, whatever. And the invisible slash, that's understandable. However, Genkai can see all the attacks, and the masked fighter. You see, you're giving me this cursed Rebecca imagery here, Whawkins. It's really messing me up here. But anyway, good old lady here. That's what I'm going to call her now, lady. So lady here, she's really taking charge, you know. She keeps saving Yusuke and Kuwabara at the last second. However, unfortunately, she can only play the saving game for so long, because she gets hit with the grizzly claw, and lady steps out, and it's revealed that she's this young girl, kind of pretty, and it's just like, okay, what's your deal? And it's just like, I will never explain who I am, because we are in the middle of a fucking death match. And as the fight continues, everyone starts to realize, wait, Yusuke and Kuwabara, they're not fighting back. And lady here quite plainly explains,
what the fuck are you two doing? Like, let me guess. If you think you can keep dodging and talking, you'll free them, right? Yeah, demon science doesn't work that way. So, Lady invokes one of these great spiritual techniques that invoke that, oh man, it's a little hard to explain, but basically, it's a form of spirit energy that she uses on these three beings. And it's like the spirit egg, kind of, where this technique decides whether or not a person's soul is pure enough to dispel any wickedness from them, or if there's more evil in them, they just die. And thankfully, our possessed fighters, they were pure along and they're free. So Lady here was the MVP of this fight because she could see all the attacks. It's basically like Yusuke and Kuwabara are level 10 and Lady here is level 30.
Yeah. Yeah. And she ends up saving the day because like she's able to take those things off of the fighters without killing them. And yeah.
Yeah,
she's cool.
Not really much to complain or else to praise.
I love I have one other thing. I love how she has like the Genkai-isms that she'll say and speak, but they're in a softer, not as harsh tone.
Yeah.
It kind of stings a little more because it's coming from such a soft tone.
You are such a dimwit.
Stop being such a dimwit. And it's just like, ow, that hurts.
Yeah, it really just adds to the mystery. Who the fuck is Lady here? Is she a granddaughter of Genkai, younger sister, daughter? Who fucking knows?
I'm still going with Rebecca.
I think you're horrifically wrong because Yu Yu Hakusho and One Piece have yet to cross over yet, aside from terrible video games.
Rebecca, king of the monsters.
Rebecca, the girl that you see on prom night and you're asking, wait a sec, why is that 10 out of 10 looking babe so alone? And then you realize after spending a few minutes with her, oh, wow, yep, she has daddy issues and she's into wooden men. So fuck that.
Wow, you actually really... Wow, that was an accurate description.
When I'm tired like this, I hold nothing back. I absolutely hold no bars back. I just, man, it's like I lose the filter. You know, I'm just kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna start speaking how I feel.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have a filter because the last thing I liked.
This man makes my dick hard.
There it is, everybody. Oh, yes. So, like we mentioned, I had a nice little sandwich with my little presentation, starting with the Spirit Warriors, and we're ending with the Spirit Warriors. But this time, we're ending with the Spirit Warriors being decimated by 45% of Togoro's power.
Yeah, for the adaptation, these Spirit Warriors are actually pretty formidable. And the reason, like, it's like they trained to increase the size of their body so much only so that they could channel more energy into them. And that's like, that's an interesting concept. But then Togoro, lanky-ass Togoro at 0% walks in, and he's like, you have size. That's it. You don't know true power. And then, but I will respect your conviction with 45% of my power. And, I'm pretty sure if you go to like YouTube videos with Togoro, you're gonna see people be like, the original Saitama from One Punch Man. And yeah, this is where it starts. He annihilates every warrior with one punch. And not even like a big old, like, it's not one of those heavy hits. It's not one of those like, oh, bam. It's just slightly jab. It's a fucking jab.
Yeah, it's like they're very pinpoint precise. Like the first guy he gets, the sumo guy, it's just a punch, and it literally like comes out at the other end, and it's all just like this big blood spatter, but it's like pinpointed. Like think of like when young Goku went through King Piccolo.
Yeah,
like it's that pinpoint accurate with bigger guys.
And this only sells the absolute terror of Team Togoro, because we'll see the other 3 members. Don't you worry. But Toguro, before he made a hole into the sumo wrestler there, the sumo wrestler literally stomped the ground and caused the grounds themselves to crack open with just a stomp. That guy got one-shotted on screen, and blood erupts from his back.
Yep.
And Yusuke's watching this. He's like, "What? How the fuck am I gonna beat this motherfucker?"
And
he's only at 45.
He even makes eye contact with Toguro before the fight, and Toguro literally gives him a little smirk and just like, "Watch this, boy."
Yeah, and even afterwards, he looks back up. It's like, "Hey, that's gonna be you. You better get stronger."
Yep. And that's the other thing. So that leads to my second favorite part of this part. Is this right here. So when the big guy comes out, he's just like, "I didn't attack you because of reasons," and he emits his spirit energy. And turns out, like, the energy that they were releasing at the beginning of the fight, it was actually mainly his energy. At least that's what the anime was saying. And then he tries to swing at Toguro with his axe. Toguro's easily dodging, and then he finally like gets a hit on Toguro, but it just kind of bounces off like Toguro was Majin Buu or something.
Yeah, his ab. It makes sense because like his abs rejected Kuwabara's spirit sword.
Yep.
And it kind of leads to one of the more scarier lines in context where the big guy's like, "I was supposed to kill Urameshi," and then he's like, "Yeah, no, that boy is reserved for me."
Yep. And you're just sitting there like, as the audience, like, "Oh shit,
You're dead."
This is barely half of this guy's power. Barely.
And this is the last time he fights in a tournament match.
Yeah, because I think the others. Oh yeah, because they only have one other match after this, don't they?
Yeah, because the tournament committee is extremely biased.
Yeah, they are. I didn't want to say anything about the tournament bracket they made because, I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Next time.
Yeah, that they're fucking everybody over, mainly Yusuke's team.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the second round of this tournament. A final grade for this that I gave it. I gave it a B. Just because like there was cool stuff being told within the generic story.
I was honestly expecting a C+ from you.
I'm being generous. I'm being really generous because at least like again this ties into the whole concept of it's a generic story, but it's there like it's generic to highlight the other shit going on. Like, you know, Kuwabara's code being fleshed out more. Yusuke and Hiei being like, we barely have power. You know, shit like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Of course, like, the mass fighter stuff. Again, this is a very, very generous grade. I also didn't want to be yelled at by you, but
honestly, I wouldn't have minded if you gave this a C+. This really is one of like this might be the one sore spot in this series.
All right, Future Wayne, retroactively, we're giving this a C+ in.
Yeah.
So I'll let Future Wayne take care of that. He'll hate me because he's got to do a little more edits on this one, but that's fine. So yeah, this one C+. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, this is a shorter video because there's some stuff we gotta take out.
That's why 9 out of 10 chefs recommend their Odin dish with a pinch of lead in it. Tell me.
So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. You're mad because I speak the truth. All of you out there who drink coffee are just drinking bean soup.
Well, I mean, that's true. But thank you, Trevor, for coming out to another Yu Yu Hakusho video.
Always a pleasure to talk about my favorite show, The Haunted Mansion on Disney DX.
Oh my gosh. Next video is going to be a lot better. It's basically going to be the Kurama show.
It's going to be a lot of hot air in that one.
Yes, there is a lot of hot air. Let us know down in the comments what you thought of this fight. Again, you know our stance. Let's hear yours. Awesome.
Yep.
Trevor, do you have anything you want to plug or highlight or say before?
If you guys like Super Smash Brothers, check out my channel. There's I took on the Sephiroth challenge on very hard, and it was one of the most magical moments of my life. On that, look forward to Stampede, One Piece Stampede, and Unbridled Meh, or might be an Unbridled Rage. It really does depend on how the rest of the movie goes. And a very special Star Wars related theme coming up soon. Oh yeah, and the Doommates. There's a Superman musical, Riftage, coming very soon on the Doommates channel. It might even be in time for Christmas. Who knows?
A Christmas miracle. Yes, check out all of Trevor's stuff now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Now. Yeah. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. As always, I've been your world champion. Catch you guys later. See ya.
Odin sucks.
I don't